I'm about to get Ohio'd again. Alright. Hi everybody. You may recall last year, we released a video where I did a comparison between Goldstar Chili, a Cincinnati-based fast food restaurant, and Skyline Chili, a different Cincinnati-based restaurant. I have made a shocking discovery while at Jungle Gyms, which I think is an international market that is based around the entire US. But here's the thing. Skyline and Goldstar, respectively, are not just available through fast food restaurants. They have spread. So, whatever. Same principle. This is a taste test and a comparison. We're going to see which one has better pre-packaged food. Let's go over the instructions for how to heat these up. So, I've gotten a frozen three-way. Yes, this is a three-way.
No.
Two-way. There we go. I had gotten frozen chili, just straight up chili, from Goldstar and Skyline. I've gotten canned chili from Goldstar and Skyline. And then I have a frozen two-way from Goldstar and Skyline. I really tried hard to look for other products, but Skyline has a bunch of products. Skyline sells their oyster crackers, which, if you recall, I thought was superior. Their hot sauce, which is spicy as fuck. This doesn't taste good. It just burns. They also sell, I believe, like habanero cheese, like shredded cheese, bagged shredded cheese, and a few other things too. Skyline has a lot of products. Goldstar doesn't have that many products, but I got everything that I could find that was like a one-to-one, you know? Except for one thing, which we'll be saving for the end. So let's start off, and these things all have to be heated up in the oven, I imagine. 375, 40 minutes. 375, 40 minutes, and 375 for 40 minutes. So there we go. All four of these can be baked at 375 for 40 minutes, so that works. So go ahead and take a corner, lift it, there we go. Put you there. I would recommend watching the first video we did, where I went in depth on the history of Cincinnati-style chili. We're going to take a quick cut. Once we come back, we will have 2 bowls of chili. We are back. Our frozen meals are in the oven, and we have our canned chili in front of us. And this is fucking soup. I don't know if you can't really see it, I'm sure, but this is the wateriest shit I have ever seen. I am not comfortable calling this chili. Look at this. Watch this. Look. Let's do the other one too. Hold on. Okay. Goldstar is a little thicker, as you can see. But anyway, the one on the left side of the screen, on my right here, is the Skyline chili. The one on the right side of the screen, or my left, is the Goldstar chili. We're going to start with the Skyline, of course. Look at all that water. There's very little meat in here. Mostly this is just sauce, water, soup. It's not bad. Au contraire, it's actually pretty good. What it's missing in terms of any sort of actual substance and sustenance, any sort of meat, is spices. Has a lot of spice in it, has a lot of flavor. I can picture you using this to like add meat slash like I don't know, you could dump this in a stew or something. I really don't know. I have no clue how you would use this. But it does taste good at least. It is well seasoned. Alright, let's move on. Time for Goldstar. A little bit thicker. Still very thin and very soupy, but there definitely is like more meat. It's just very minced up. It's interesting. This tastes more like chili. Imagine chili in your mind. Imagine the way it tastes. This tastes like chili. But this tastes better. It's like saltier. It's like more like complex. There's different seasonings in this than this. That being said, both of these shits are watery as fuck. That's not chili. Chili is thick. Everyone knows chili is thick. Traditional, like San Antonio style chili, is thick with big ass chunks of meat. Traditional Midwest chili with beans served with cornbread is thick. Alright, well, I'm not finishing either of these, so you know what? No, I'm gonna figure out a way to use these. I don't know how, but I need to use these. Do your part to eliminate food waste. Put these to the side and figure out something to do and cook them with. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But we will return momentarily with our oven baked things. Thank you. Alright. We're back with what I can only describe as more of the same. Despite the fact that this is frozen chili and looked a lot more robust, this is, once again, incredibly watery. There's just this film of water over top of both chilies. So neither of them are necessarily better looking than the other. Like, both of them look like you have, like, there's obviously more meat in this compared to the canned chili, but it's a bunch of meat sitting underneath just this really thick layer of just liquid. But once again, Skyline on my right, on your screen's left. Goldstar on my left, on your screen's right. Let's start with the Skyline. I did enjoy that one better last time, I think. So, similar. Definitely a bit toned down. Even the meat's very thin. Okay, yeah. That second bite definitely did taste more like the seasonings I had in the first one. So that's good. Now let's move on to Goldstar. Which, once again, it's thicker. So, I guess I can appreciate the fact that they're both consistent. Skyline is so thin. It's so finely ground. There's no meat. But the seasoning is very, very, like, robust. Meanwhile, Goldstar actually has a little bit of meat. Okay. No, that's way better. So Skyline won that first round, in my opinion, in the canned chili. But Goldstar actually, like, somehow, like, kicked up their seasoning a little bit. So not only do they have thicker meat in their frozen chili, they also have more seasoning than usual. I would even say it's comparable to Skyline. Like, the flavor is there. I don't remember Goldstar being this good. I don't remember either being good, actually. Let me also say that. When I went and got both of them in person, as I'm sure you both recall if you've seen the video, again, if you haven't, go watch the video, like, their flavors are so muted and so mediocre and boring and don't stand out. I think when people talk about Skyline, what they picture and what they taste is this. Because all of the locations I've ever been to for Skyline don't have this level of flavor. Skyline or Goldstar. These are both pretty tasty, albeit still not the highest quality. But I'm somewhat impressed about the Goldstar chili. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and do the Cincinnati two-way, or Cincinnati-style chili, which is just chili on top of spaghetti. Once again, Skyline on my right, Goldstar on my left. And as you can see with the Goldstar, it's a lot less watery. I wish I would have taken a picture when it first came out of the oven, because the Goldstar was separated. The spaghetti was on one side and the chili was on the other. And I had to mix it, which did not look appetizing at first. This actually just literally looks like spaghetti now. Meanwhile, this is, once again, kind of saucy, kind of soupy. Like, there's a bit of liquid in this. I didn't add that liquid, I just popped it in the oven. So, let's start with Skyline. Ooh, and the spaghetti's all shredded. The Goldstar, you can look at it, it's whole strands of spaghetti. It's whole noodles. Skyline's like pieces and chunks. Yeah, spaghetti's not like... The spaghetti's not like cooked properly, you know what I mean? And maybe that's the issue, is that both chilies stand on their own by themselves. But once you add it to some sort of like carb-based ingredient, whether it's bread or spaghetti, it mutes it a little bit. Because this is just not as flavorful as the other two Skylines I've had. This is not a pleasing meal. I don't feel like... I feel very, very depressed eating that. I feel like that's the meal of someone who is like a broke divorcee living in like a hostel or something. This looks somewhat appetizing. It looks like a reheated oven dinner, but it looks like spaghetti. Look at that. Look at this. Hold on. Boom. Actual noodles. Beautiful. Okay. The spaghetti's not as bad of texture. It feels correct. It doesn't feel weird. The spaghetti's correct. So that's good. Okay. So, this doesn't taste as good as the Goldstar frozen chili tasted, but it does taste as good as the Goldstar canned chili tasted. It tastes like chili still. It doesn't have all the different complex flavors going on, but it does taste like chili. It does feel like spaghetti. This is, pardon me, this is good. Way better than this. The spaghetti noodles feel weird. It doesn't taste as good as any of the other Skyline chilies I've tried. It tastes significantly muted. This actually has flavor. This tastes like chili. This feels like spaghetti. This is way above the other one. Way above. Ultimately, that's all we have in terms of comparing Goldstar and Skyline. But I did have one more thing that I wanted to show you guys, just because of how much it interested me. This is Skyline Spice Ice Cream. Skyline is a Cincinnati tradition, but another brand that is a Cincinnati tradition is Graeter's. Graeter's Ice Cream. Graeter's, apparently on a somewhat normal basis, partners with Skyline to release, at the beginning of the year, the Skyline Spice flavored ice cream, which comes with oyster crackers embedded in it. That's a little freezer burned. I've been holding on to this for a bit. There we go. There we go. A piece with the oyster cracker in it. Well, that ain't right. Hold on. This is good. It's cinnamony. You'd think Skyline Spice and oyster crackers would be savory. This isn't savory. This is rather sweet and rather good. But this feels like it cinnamon graham cracker flavored ice cream or something. But, even bigger surprise, what can you do with Skyline Spice Ice Cream? Here I have an example of a Cincinnati Cincinnati four-way. Spaghetti, chili, beans, cheese. So that's what this looks like. And then here I have the Grater's four-way, which consists of the Skyline ice cream, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and yellow sprinkles. So, let's see how a sundae made with a Skyline Spice compare. Actually, let's look at it first of all. Like this, the whipped cream throws it completely off, obviously. But otherwise, like this does a pretty good job of faithfully recreating the sort of idea of the appearance of the Cincinnati four-way. You got the cheese on top, you got the chili in terms of the chocolate syrup, and then you have the ice cream on the bottom for the noodles. This is pretty cool. So let's take a bite and see how a sundae tastes. Right here, there we go. So like I said, already, this ice cream is just not savory. Not like you think it would be. It's not savory, it's not salty, it's 100% sweet. That cinnamon mixed with chocolate,
Lord have mercy on Beth.
absolutely phenomenal. So obviously, after I did the last video, I ended it with a little segment where I talked about how disappointing it was. How realistically, I've come to the conclusion that Skyline and Goldstar are very mediocre. This might be one of the coolest things I've had in Ohio, honestly. That is like uniquely Ohio. This is good. This is really cool. If you happen to live in Ohio or live near enough to Ohio that you can travel, come over here and try it. Give both Goldstar and Skyline a chance and see if you hate it as much as I do. And otherwise, I know this was a shorter video, but otherwise, continue to support our channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Look forward to more. Myself and Willow will be making some more videos together soon. Yeah. I got way too much food now.